Welcome to another video, everyone. We are going to be going over a brand new update that they have introduced in Beyond All Reason. This is a big update for beginner players, people who just haven't had as much experience with the game. So we're just going to read through this really quick. On the Discord channel, they said they're introducing the starting position suggestions. The new starting position suggestion feature shows recommended spawn positions on the map while placing commanders. These suggestions are based on expert recommendations and the meta for the given maps. Players are not all required to choose these positions. They are just a safe default for when it is not clear where one should start. While this is mostly aimed at new players, it is also useful for experienced players trying new maps, or even just to more easily communicate about starting locations. The idea is to reduce conflict between the players not being familiar with a map or meta, which has been a common complaint. And this is where I think this is a huge potential for the community and for us to continue to retain new people in Beyond All Reason, and that is due to this conflict of new players not understanding where to start. And that's been a big issue. I think it's not all of the problems, but it is a significant portion of the issues. Each circle is labeled with the role, frontline, tech, air, sea, and a number for easy identification and communication. That's going to be huge. That's going to be a big way for everyone to work together. You can just like shout out a number, hey, number 8, go here, you know, number 2, do this, or whatever. So it'll be really good for communication. The widget is enabled by default for everyone, but this can be disabled in the settings window under starting position suggestions, and then they just give the contributors and who was helping make this become part of the base game now, which is awesome. So we'll go ahead and jump in and take a look at some of these maps. So on certain maps like Delta Siege, it might be a little bit more complicated to determine where you should start, but this update has made it really easy just to tell by a quick looking over and seeing exactly what positions you start at. We're going to show an example of another map here. Coombe Valley is an interesting map because the frontline positions are a little bit unique and a lot of players get this placement wrong, which makes it very valuable that this is here. Starting with the frontline position, when you hover over a position, it pulls up information. The front line builds ground units early and brings your commander forward to secure a strong central position, taking middle spots along the way. Next up, we have air. Air is used to scout enemy players, distribute transports to allies, fight for air dominance, bomb enemy bases, and help defend against enemy raids. The air position is extremely important because it is a win condition later on in the game as well. Tech focuses on early economy to support building a T2 factory in order to distribute T2 constructors to the team and attack with high tier units. Certain maps, however, are not nearly as complicated and would be called lane maps, where the entire team is a frontline lane, pushing the enemy back and trying to get an advantage on one side or the other and kill the economies in the back. If you've been enjoying the video, definitely be sure to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot and helps with other people finding Beyond All Reason content. If you want to hang out with me personally, check out the Discord. We now have Jaws Munch merch. We have some t-shirts and some mouse pads. If you guys want to support the channel, that's a great way to do it, and also sport around some cool items. I also want to give a big shout out to our biggest supporters, Nebuchadnezzar and Robot Robert. Thank you guys for the support. It helps out the channel a ton. Also, there's a brand new tournament that Nebuchadnezzar created called Bar Fight. You can check it out on the official Discord page for Beyond All Reason, and you can enter no matter the OS as a casual tournament. This update will largely help new players be able to discover where the positions are that they should play and help them to be less confused on unique maps. So it's a huge update that will really help the community a lot. Even me, as a somewhat well-versed player, have been enjoying the update with the more unique maps that are out there, just reminding me of where the actual proper positions are. It is important, however, to keep in mind that these are only recommendations and you can diverge from them, but it's a good place to start when planning out your strategy as a team. I really do believe this is one of the biggest updates that we've seen this month, and I hope that the community receives it well. I'm very excited to see what the dev team comes up with next, and as always guys, I will see you on the battlefield.